How to pay off credit card debt. When you're totally broke, yes, it's possible. Imagine getting your credit card bill in the mail. Your heart sinks. It's more than you expected, way more. And you have almost no money in your bank account. You feel stuck, ashamed, and overwhelmed. But here's the twist most people don't know. You don't need a fat paycheck to start fixing this. In fact, being broke might be your biggest secret weapon, if you play it right. By the end of this video, you'll know the exact step-by-step plan to get out of credit card debt, even if you have nothing right now. Stick around, because step number 3 is something no one talks about, but it could cut your debt timeline in half. Let's dive into this with simple stories, real strategies, and zero judgment. Number 1. Face the debt. Don't hide from it. Let's start with something most people avoid, looking at the actual numbers. It's scary, I get it, but here's a truth that can set you free. Debt doesn't grow just because you look at it, but it does grow if you ignore it. Picture this. Imagine having a leaking pipe in your kitchen. You can ignore it, or you can look under the sink, find the source, and stop the flood. That's what we're doing here. Make a list of every credit card you owe money on. Write down the balance, the minimum payment, and the interest rate. Even if you can't pay yet, knowing your exact numbers gives you power. It turns your fear into a plan. Let's say you owe $2,300 on one card at 24% interest and $800 on another card at 19% interest. That's not just random numbers, that's your roadmap. Once you see it clearly, you can choose a strategy. Number 2, choose your payoff strategy, avalanche versus snowball. Now that you know what you owe, it's time to pick your weapon. There are 2 main ways to attack credit card debt, the avalanche and the snowball. With the avalanche method, you pay off the card with the highest interest rate first. This saves you more money over time. With the snowball method, you pay off the smallest balance first. This gives you a quick win and builds motivation. Here's a story to help you decide. Imagine you're climbing a mountain. The avalanche method is like taking the steepest route to the top. It's hard at first, but you'll reach the peak faster. The snowball method is like starting on a gentle hill, easier at the beginning, and it gives you the momentum to keep going. If you're someone who gets discouraged easily, go with the snowball. But if you're motivated by saving money and doing the math, avalanche is your move. The key? Pick one, commit, and don't switch halfway unless you absolutely need to. Number 3, start with 0, the magic of micropayments. So what do you do when you have literally no money to spare? Here's the twist most people don't see coming. Start small, like really small. If you can only afford $5 a week, do it. Even $1. Why? Because making any payment breaks the mental barrier that says, I can't do this. One woman in Ohio started with just $3 a week. She was a single mom with 2 jobs and barely had time to sleep. But every Friday at 7 p.m., she logged in and made her tiny payment. 3 months later, she found a side hustle and started sending in $20. 1 year later, her $4,200 debt was completely gone. Starting tiny is how you build muscle, financial muscle, and it works better than waiting for a magical raise or a lucky windfall. Number 4, slash and burn. Find hidden cash you didn't. Know you don't have to earn more money to get out of debt, not right away. First, let's find money you already have but didn't realize. Look through your bank statements. Circle everything that's optional, subscriptions, daily coffee runs, extra data plans, that gym membership you haven't used since January. If you cut just 5 subscriptions that cost $9 each, that's $45 per month. That's a credit card payment. Then sell stuff. Old electronics, clothes, that treadmill you swore you'd use. A high school student once sold $200 worth of gaming gear he didn't touch anymore. That $200 wiped out one of his credit cards. Your first credit card payment doesn't have to come from your paycheck. It can come from cutting and clearing. Number 5, call and negotiate. Your credit card company is not your enemy. This one is wild, and it works. Most people never even try. Pick up the phone and call your credit card company. Tell them the truth. I'm going through a hard time, but I want to pay what I owe. Can you help lower my interest rate or work out a payment plan? Credit card. Companies want their money. If you default, they lose. So they often will help, if you ask. One guy from Michigan called his card company and asked if they could freeze interest for 3 months. They said yes. That saved him $180 just like that. Some companies even offer hardship programs. You might get a reduced payment or waived late fees, but you won't know unless you ask. Number 6. Build a side hustle focused on fast cash. Flow. This is where things get exciting. If you have a few hours a week, you can build a side income just to kill off debt. Forget start a business or get rich online. You're not trying to get rich. You're trying to attack your debt. So you need speed, not perfection. Think about dog walking, food delivery, babysitting, tutoring, cleaning homes, or doing small tasks on apps like TaskRabbit. Let's say you walk dogs on Saturdays and Sundays. Each walk pays $25. That's $200 a month. That alone could destroy one of your credit cards within months. One woman started cleaning Airbnb rentals part-time. She made $300 extra per month and cleared over $6,000 in debt in a year. Small moves. Big freedom. Number 7. Freeze. The cards. Literally. Let me tell you a story. A woman in Florida had 3 credit cards. Every time she paid down her balance, she charged them back up again. Until one day she put all 3 cards in a plastic container, filled it with water, and froze it in the freezer. She called it her debt ice block. She didn't cancel the cards. That would have hurt her credit score, but she made it really hard to use them. If you're serious about paying off debt, remove temptation. Take the cards out of your wallet, hide them, freeze them, lock them up. Do whatever it takes to stop using them. This isn't forever. It's just until you're in control again. Number 8. Use the balance transfer trick, but only. If you're ready, if you have decent credit, you might qualify for a 0% balance transfer offer. This lets you move your balance from a high-interest card to a new card with 0% interest for 12 to 18 months. But here's the rule. This is not an excuse to spend more. It's a tool to speed up your debt payoff. Let's say you owe $3,000 on a card with 25% interest. That's costing you around $60 per month just in interest. Move that to a 0% card, and now every dollar you pay goes toward the balance. Just make sure you pay it off before the promotional period ends. Otherwise, the interest comes back with a punch. Number 9. Build a tiny emergency fund before throwing every penny at debt. This sounds backwards, right? Why save money when you're deep in debt? Because life happens. Your car breaks down, your kid gets sick, and if you don't have a small safety net, you'll swipe the credit card again. So build a mini emergency fund, even just $200. Keep it in a separate account. This helps you avoid more debt while you're paying off the old stuff. Think of it as your financial seatbelt. It keeps you safe while you drive out of the hole. The truth. Most people miss you don't need thousands of dollars to start fixing your finances. What you need is a decision, a tiny spark of action, a willingness to start even when it feels like you have nothing. Every dollar you throw at debt is not just a number. It's a win, a step closer to freedom, a message to yourself that you are not stuck. The truth is, being broke doesn't make you powerless. It makes you hungry, focused, creative. And those are the exact traits that will get you out of debt faster than someone who has money but no plan. So start, even if it's $1. Your comeback story begins today.